Leo, welcome to your 2025 horoscope forecast. Saturn transiting your 8th house of shared resources, intimacy, occult knowledge. This is the house of deep transformation and a lot of hard work too. It is squaring your 11th house of groups and friendships. It is opposing your 2nd house of finances, self-esteem, and it is also squaring your 5th house of love, romance, creativity, and children. If you have personal planets from 14 to 29 degrees of Pisces in your 8th house, Leo, Saturn will conjunct them in 2025. If you have personal planets from 14 to 29 degrees of Virgo, as well as Gemini and Sagittarius, Saturn will also either square or oppose them. And this can feel like there's a lot of discipline and responsibility, burdens even, on your shoulders when it comes to children, any creative projects, really in general, romance, going out and having fun, even intimacy, may seem like something you want to just forego and not do. It may seem more like a burden than actually something exciting. Neptune in the 8th gives a lot of intuition, a just knowing when something's about to occur. You just know. So really listen to your intuition. And with Saturn there, it's really going to structure the way that you think and feel about money, sharing time, sharing resources, intimacy. So Neptune really wants to connect you on a soul level with somebody, but Saturn's there like, hey, but make sure they are a stable person, a person just right for you. Check any and all financial transactions. On March 30th, Neptune will enter your 9th house, the sign of Aries. It'll spend a little time there, but you can get a feel of this. Now, 9th house is the house of spirituality, philosophy, travel, education. You're going to feel more lucky. Neptune is going to try to expand your mind in ways you've never thought of before. When Saturn and Neptune both conjoin together, this hasn't happened in so long. A new initiation, a new start in this area of life for you. And it could be through reading something, through a teacher, through a mentor, through people that live overseas, through traveling abroad, or a higher education. Pluto now entering your 7th house. It is now staying there for a long time, almost 2 decades. Now, this year, in 2025, Pluto will go from 1 to 2 degrees of Aquarius. And if you have a Leo rising from 1 to 2 degrees, or planets in Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, or Scorpio from 1 or 2 degrees, you are going to feel intense transformation. Transformation isn't only felt on the inside, but is seen on the outside. Pluto will now transform your life through the area of relationships, business relationships, client relationships, the relationships that you have with your spouse, your significant other, and yourself. Now, Pluto will square your 4th house, so there will be tension within home and family, coming maybe through your significant other or the decisions that they make, the decisions you two make as a couple. It's also squaring your 10th house of career and public image. Transformations in this area through business partnerships, through clients. It could be, especially those of you who are online, you have a business where you interact with the public or sales and oppose you. So huge life changes over the next 20 years, but they're all going to start from dealing with other people. If jealousy, manipulation, the push and pull come from a partner, a significant other, or clients or other people who may even at times feel like opponents, open enemies, because that is what the 7th house is about. It could even be that you get in a relationship. It seems so great. you're so attracted to each other. It's intense. It's very intense. You are going to be drawn to intense relationships now. It can even seem like a partner or ex-partner will turn into an opponent, an enemy of some sort. Of course, this can also garner negative attention from the public that you deal with, but it is all to transform you. Remember, when people start pushing your buttons, it's because there needs to be work there within. Pluto moves so slow. So when it's finally exactly opposing the degrees of your ascendant, your rising sign, you are going to feel some intense reactions from other people. They could be reactions about your work, about how you look, how you dress, these can be coming from your career and from your home as well. But of course, they could also be really amazing. You could feel like you're falling in love so intensely, or you're meeting business partners who can take you from one level to a whole other level. So because Pluto is transforming this house for you, and interactions with other people can take you to bigger heights. From January until July 6th, Uranus is in your 10th house, from 23 to 29 degrees of Taurus. So if you have planets from 23 to 29 degrees of Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, or Aquarius, you can feel a huge change going on. Maybe it's brewing inside you, or sporadically stuff is unfolding for you when it comes to your career and public image. You can gain a higher following. You can completely shift and change your career at this time, Leo. It's not uncommon to completely change your career and go in a different direction. And sometimes that's exactly what Uranus wants. It wants you to break away from everything that you have been doing, do something completely different, and it wants to open up doors for you. Ebbs and flows, ups and downs, or huge dramatic shifts and changes while Uranus is in your 10th house, going from 23 to 29 degrees. It is squaring your first house. It's squaring your 7th house. So this is also creating change within your appearance, how you appear to other people. It's making a huge change with how you deal with other people. 7th house, business partners, your relationships that you have with clients, especially if you have an online business, you have a business, and even your one-to-one relationships with your spouse, your significant other. It is opposing your 4th house of home and family. So this suggests that there could also be shakeups and changes within the family, or a move maybe for a better career, especially if you have planets from 23 to 29 degrees of Taurus. On July 7th of 2025, Uranus will go into your 11th house of groups, friendships, organizations, the love that you receive from other people, your hopes and dreams. And hopes and dreams could be coming true, completely shifting and changing. Your friendship circles can be changing. You could be joining new groups of friends or alliances. You could meet people that open you up to a brighter future. That is the 11th house. You can get involved within your community, a charitable cause as well. Chance meetings when it comes to romance. Sudden pregnancies can even happen for some Leos. It's going to square your 2nd house. So this can involve finances, possessions, and a shakeup happening in that area, as well as another shakeup happening your 8th house of resources that you share with other people, how you share resources with other people, stocks, bonds, inheritances. It is a money house, a business house, but a lot of shakeups can be happening there. And if you have planets from 0 to even 3 degrees of Gemini, Sagittarius, Virgo, or Pisces, this can really shake things up. Imagine it is Venus you have there. It could shake up relationships. You could meet somebody out of the blue, fall madly in love. If it's Moon, it could be moving, a change in the family, a new member in the family. If it's Sun, your image to the outside world can change. Health shakeups, career shakeups, exciting time from September 6th of 2025 until February of 2026. Uranus is going back from 1 degree of Gemini to 27 degrees of Taurus. It's going to go back into your 10th house. And there could be final shifts and changes happening within your career, public image, what you choose to do. People can start recognizing you. Jupiter is transiting your 11th house until June 9th of 2025. This is the house of your hopes and dreams, friendships, charities, organizations, acquaintances, and you right now can be introduced to people who help you on your journey. Whatever it is that you are trying to attain, the 11th house is the love that you receive from other people. If you are online, you put yourself out there, you can get more followers right now. People are gravitating towards you. The 11th house is also just of acquaintances. Older siblings. If you have older siblings, you can maybe repair bonds, hang out with your older sibling more. Maybe there's something exciting going on in the life of your older sibling. Or even your friendships could lead you to attaining your hopes and dreams. Sometimes you can meet new acquaintances that open up big doors for you. Wherever Jupiter is, it expands the potential of those things for us. And the 11th house is receiving love, receiving attention from other people onto us, as well as just making connections, not just close friendships, but making a lot of connections that later you can utilize, whether for business or for hobbies you like. So Jupiter, for the first half of the year, is expanding this area for you. June 10th, 2025 until June 30th of 2026, Jupiter will be transiting your 12th house. The 12th house is many things. It is the house of foreign travel, spirituality, your dreams, your bed pleasures. It's the house of isolation. It is also known as the house of losses. And when Jupiter transits there, it could expand your expenses, because that is a loss, but it could be for really good things. So a lot of times we are spending money on, new computer equipment, new equipment to start a business or start a hobby that we are working on, getting into spiritual knowledge. Your intuition can be heightened. When Jupiter is in the 12th house, it is like we have a guardian angel watching over us, because 12th house is also the house of gossip, where people can become an enemy of sorts and you don't know about it. With Jupiter there, it's protecting you from this. Or your intuition can be heightened to where you know exactly what is going on around you. You can pick things out intuitively when something feels off within your relationship, your circle of friends. If something's up, Jupiter in the 12th will kind of hint to you. It will let you know. 12th house is bedroom fun as well. And this can be a time where you're more experimental in this department, or you are just having fun with a partner behind the scenes, or starting a new hobby by yourself behind the scenes. Venus will be retrograde from March 2nd until April 13th, and this will bring up relationship issues to the forefront. We can be reminiscing about old romantic partners, reviewing all romantic interactions and relationships. Past relationships can come back into our lives. Ruler of your 3rd and 10th is retrograding in the 9th and 8th and could bring up issues with siblings, neighborhood skill sets that you need to review. Maybe you're publishing something, teaching something, and you are reworking all of that stuff right now, how it looks, how it sounds. Eighth house, you are transforming something, some kind of skill, something you made, something you did, something you have created. You are transforming it. That's on a mundane level. But on another level, you are reminiscing about the past. You could be reminiscing about the past. You could have contacts from your old neighborhood trying to reach out to you, or maybe even old work contacts trying to reach out to you. But this can bring up, as always, relationship issues. That is what Venus retrograde does. And if you do want to do any kind of beauty work, beautify yourself, I would urge you to wait until Venus goes direct. You may regret it. Now let's get to the eclipses, which for you, Leo, will mostly be happening in the 2nd and 8th house. Lots of transformations with money, possessions, and transformations actually overall. The first eclipse, March 13th, is a lunar eclipse at 24 degrees of Virgo. If you have personal planets from about 22 to 26 in the Virgo Pisces axis, you will really feel this eclipse. A lot of changes will be coming in the area of possessions, finances, the way you eat, and even your dental care. The 2nd house also rules our teeth and sometimes can signify that we need some dental work done. Now, the 2nd house being of possessions and this being a lunar eclipse, this can give you, more anxiety about finances. Maybe there is a source of income you are releasing, or some possessions. You guys could be making huge transformations this year, because that is what this axis is about. It isn't just about finances, but 2nd house is also family, our close connections of stability. And you are releasing something here. It is a really good time to go through your house, get rid of anything that no longer serves you, and just release it. Maybe releasing a job, a second source of income, but there's some kind of releasing happening in the area of your 2nd house, which is really family, possessions, money. So it could feel more emotional for you around March. Eclipses are meant to align us on our path. So it's not always taking things away. Sometimes, maybe you're just going to move, get rid of some possessions in your house. It doesn't always mean a loss of income or a loss of job. It depends what you are doing, where you're at in life. Everybody's different. If you do have personal planets right there in that 2nd house, you're going to feel this a lot more. March 29th, we have a solar eclipse at 9 degrees of Aries. Any planets that you have from about 7 to 12 degrees of Aries or Libra, this eclipse will be felt more in the area of study, publishing for you, travel, as well as education, higher education. So this can be a time where you could even be publishing work, thinking about publishing work, starting a course, or maybe teaching a course. There's something new that is coming to you in this area, and it's education, philosophy, publishing, travel. So if you get a chance to take a trip, you're feeling like you need to get away, take the opportunity, because this can open you up to a lot of brand new beginnings. You could meet a spiritual teacher, find a book or something that opens you up to a new way of life. That is really what the 9th house is about. It's our philosophies, our belief system, what drives us every day, what motivates us as well. So sometimes we are really into motivational speeches when we're having a transit or an eclipse in the 9th house. And it's also the house of luck. In Vedic astrology, it's known as the house of luck. So this can bring you a lot of luck, especially when it comes to education, travel, or even publishing your own work. If an idea comes to you, you might be led to start teaching or maybe writing so that other people can benefit from your wisdom. September 7th, there is a lunar eclipse at 15 degrees of Pisces. Any personal planets you have from 13 to 17 degrees of Pisces and Virgo will be affected even more. This is a lunar eclipse in your 8th house of intimacy, shared resources, occult knowledge. 8th house is also the house of scandals a lot of the times, and the house of transformation. You are truly transforming. I can see always people transforming their looks, their body, their finances. Really huge shifts in life are happening when the 2nd and 8th house come into play, because the 8th house is really transformation. Shared resources, but it's also energy. Do you give away your time and energy and not get compensated in return? Always watch that, because that will affect your 2nd house, your income, your self-esteem. So that is hugely important to realize, and these eclipses will help you realize this through business partnership or with a spouse, a significant other. How do you share chores, resources? How do you give your energy away, and what do you get back in return? Those are things that will come into question for you. This is a lunar eclipse, but this is where the North Node is. So by releasing something, you are gaining something new. New sources of income. It could be coming through inheritance, through the stock market, through marriage, through business partnership. Maybe you're merging your life together with somebody else and starting a whole new life, a new journey. This can be a time where you are really taking in mysticism, occult knowledge. You're getting rid of old trauma, anything that's holding you back. And all these very things help your self-esteem. So you're going to be made very aware of anything that is not equal give and take within relationships, within partnerships. When this axis is activated, it could be a time of marriage, getting together, even divorce or child custody issues getting resolved. That's the 2nd and 8th house stuff. Any kind of therapy, astrology, tarot, mystical work right now, or study is really beneficial, because you're going to get down to the root of any problem. If you've been holding on to resentment of any kind, you can finally release it. Merge with a partner. You can meet somebody and merge on a soul level, maybe even move in together, join your finances together. This kind of stuff happens when the 8th house is activated with an eclipse. September 21st, we have a solar eclipse at 29 degrees of Virgo, your 2nd house of self-esteem, possessions, and income, the money that you make. If you've been having a harder time with money, or you gave up a source of income, this is where you can maybe find a job, start a business. There is new possessions coming into your life. Watch your teeth in case you need any dental work done as well. You could be maybe buying possessions for the home, for the family, a car, or luxury possessions that you can be gaining at this time or around this time, give or take 6 months, especially if you have planets about 27, 28, 29 degrees of Virgo, Pisces. This eclipse can be emotional because it is a solar eclipse. It's going to give you something new, but the South Node is there. So you could feel like, you're getting something, but you've, lost something throughout the year, or you gave something up. That's kind of what this axis is about. You are completely transforming your financial situation right now, Leo. Maybe finding a new job, a new source of income will open up for you. It could be through work, through promotion, or through you starting something on your own. It could just be the seeds are being planted at this time, the very beginning. But this very thing will also work wonders for your self-esteem and your self-worth. You will now know exactly what you're worth, what your time is worth. You're going to start to feel more secure within yourself, feel more competent to make the money that you want, the money that you deserve. And this eclipse will show you just how to do that. I hope you found this helpful. Like and subscribe for more.